Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. EUR USD forecast breaking double bottom looks near as bulls yield ground. Inflation analysis http ntvforex.com news ID D79EFB 8/12/2020 7:006 AM EUR USD has been struggling as higher US yields boost the dollar. NBSP US inflation, coronavirus headlines, and the ongoing US fiscal impasse are in play. Wednesday's 4-hour chart is showing bears are gaining strength. NBSP too much of a good thing. Investors seem to have an insatiable appetite for scooping up US debt, but that may have reached its limits. Uncle Sam is issuing a record amount of bonds this week, and this time, yields have been on the rise. In turn, that is supporting the dollar across the board. President Donald Trump's suggestion of slashing capital tax gains would create a bigger hole in America's finance, requiring further funding. NBSP US inflation figures for July due out later in the day, are set to show steady gains, potentially lifting yields and impacting the dollar. NBSP US CPI July preview inflation loses its cachet. Another reason for the greenback's rise is safe haven flows stemming from several concerns. Republicans and Democrats have yet to make headway in fiscal stimulus talks, which both sides describe as stalemated. After broad criticism, the White House waived its requirement from states to add $100 week in special unemployment benefits, leaving only Washington's $300 week half the previous payment. In the meantime, it is unclear if executive orders on that topic and others have legal standing and how long it will take to roll them out. The economy may suffer a consumption cliff as millions of unemployed have less cash in their pockets. NBSP Sino-American tensions remain elevated with the focus shifting from Hong Kong where media mogul Jimmy Lai was released to Taiwan. Beijing reiterated that the island nation is an indispensable part of China after sending a fighter jet closer to Taiwan earlier this week. NBSP coronavirus cases are also worrying with the US recording the highest daily deaths since May. That may be a one-off, with the broader trend showing a decline in infections and mortalities. Nevertheless, the improvement is slow and Texas decided to prolong restrictions despite its better situation. NBSP Russia announced that it registered the world's first coronavirus vaccine, a declaration that received a lukewarm response. President Vladimir Putin said his daughter was inoculated, but could not explain why his country skipped the all-important Phase 3 trial. NBSP The global race continues, with Massachusetts-based Moderna receiving a pre-order of 100 million doses from the Trump administration. Hopes for developing rapid immunization may turn the tables against the dollar. NBSP Europe's COVID-19 infections continue rising, with concerns growing in Germany and around new regions in Spain. So far, the US situation is worse, but Europe's coronavirus advantage is not set in stone. NBSP source FT overall, most factors play in favor of the dollar and against the euro, at least for now. EUR USD technical analysis NBSP euro-dollar has dropped below the 100 simple moving average on the 4-hour chart, another bearish sign, joining the loss of the 50 SMA. Momentum remains to the downside and the relative strength index is above 30, outside oversold conditions. NBSP critical support awaits at the double bottom of 1.17, recorded in recent weeks. Beyond that line, 1.1625 was a stepping stone on the way up, 1.1540 was a swing low and 1.1510 provided support in mid-July. Resistance is at 1.1750, which provided support last week, followed by 1.1805, which capped EUR USD on Tuesday. Next, 1.1850 and January 1915 await the currency pair. More NBSP market players don't believe the US Congress will fail to get a second stimulus spending package. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.